Hey everybody, thank you for joining me on this special project that I'm excited to share with you. It's my own testament to my ancestry, my genealogy, my DNA, everything in my being and where I've come from. I believe in everything that I put in for this project, and I hope that you enjoy this as much as I have. So this picture, me, as you can see, represents the first generation, currently right now, still living. And me, many people know, I'm an adoptee. And this project is important because a lot of adoptees don't know where they come from. They're struggling to get in touch with their identity. They have so many questions. Where are their parents? What is their history? Where are their people? I'm happy to say that I now know where my people are, and I'm going to show you exactly where they've been. We're going to look at my father, my biological father's side. I was able to go through Ancestry.com, 23andMe, my Heritage DNA, all the sites, and connecting with different biological family members to go back 8 generations in my biological father's line. Whoa, 8. So this is pretty cool. My bio father, he's like my twin. I mean, a lot of people say that he's my carbon copy, and I don't disagree with them. We definitely look a lot alike. We probably could be brothers if you saw us next to each other. And he represents my second generation of my family. And then there's my biological maternal grandmother, and she is the 3rd generation, his mother, of my family. And both of them live in Tennessee, where I was born as well, in Knoxville. And I think it's really cool that both of them are still living, and I could be able to look at the pictures of who they are and know where my family comes from. But we're just getting started. We have more to go. My great-grandfather, who represents the 4th generation. This guy, unfortunately, he passed, and I didn't get to meet him, but I've heard really good things. He was a minister, he was involved with church, and he again was connected to Knoxville, Tennessee in a really special way that I'm excited to hopefully share with you guys later on in this journey. Further, we're gonna go back to the 5th generation with my great-grandparents, Queen Esther and Josephus Bond. They come from Tennessee as well. I learned how strong these roots were in Tennessee, which I never knew until going on this journey. Like, I was adopted in Tennessee, but I didn't even know that my family actually began their lives in Tennessee. How strong are those roots? I'm gonna tell you. Next, we're gonna go to the 6th generation of grandparents, the 5th generation's parents, Verdi and Isom. I didn't get to meet them as well. I think they passed away in the early 1950s, but they came from small means. They were farmers, they were workers, they were laborers, the people in Tennessee who were making a difference and contributing to the development of that state, but also people who I would have loved to meet as well. And then we're gonna go back to the 7th generations. We were just in the 6th. And I'm really excited for this because this picture shows 4 generations of women going all the way back to England. I have lineage that starts in England. Yes, I know you see a light-skinned man, so it's probably not that hard to tell. Cool. But it was super exciting for me to be able to go through all these different DNA websites and see that, yes, I had that lineage, that I could see that I had some British in me, but now I have a picture of my 7th generation great-grandmother, Anne, who started her journey in England, but then came to Tennessee and began her family. So when you see all of this, you see all these pictures, black and white stills of my family, and you wonder, why is that important? Why would I do that? Did I just do it on a whim? Yes, no, I've thought about this for quite a while, but in my connection with all my biological family members, there were photos being passed, there were stories being told, and I just wanted a way to be able to capture all the information that I've gotten from different family members in these different DNA websites. And now I can say that I have. Now other adoptees, if you're watching, I hope you feel encouraged to be able to see and try to figure out your own journey. And if maybe not, you can still appreciate the work that it takes for us to be able to get in contact with our identities and know ourselves deeper and fight for this. This is important. Many of us have children. Many of us are connected to all kinds of biological family members, but we're missing this. We're missing the stories. We're missing the pastimes. We're missing the pictures. And I'm here to tell you, go get them. Try to figure out your story in your own way. That's what I've done. And I'm very proud of it. I hope my family likes it. And this is going to be with me for years to come. All right, now you all have gotten a sneak peek into my family history and why genealogy is so important to me. I love this project, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I have too. You know, as an adoptee, I really think that it's important for us to be able to write our story, own our story, and share our voice for everyone to hear. It's not up to anyone else to be able to dictate what that looks like. It's up to us. Maybe you can go on a journey like this with maybe as much, maybe not as much, or even more information possible that I got. That's fine. Just go on the journey. It's important for us as adoptees to make those connections. I won't sit here and say that it was easy to get this information though. I made connections with different family members. I pushed for information. I asked them to tell me the stories of the people who've passed on because I'm not going to be able to meet any of them. All I can have right now is the pictures that I've shown with you in that video. It makes me feel grateful though. It makes me feel like even though they've passed on and I'm not going to be able to have a connection with any of them, this is how I keep them alive today. Being able to tell their stories, a little snippet of who they were. I remember on Twitter, some of you all who follow me actually rose to the challenge that I shared in a side-by-side of a family member that you thought was your twin. It blew up. It was crazy, and I loved it. This is what I'm talking about. It motivates me, just like that post, to be able to continue keeping these things alive. We as adoptees deserve to know where we come from. No, we weren't born into the families that we're sharing these stories about, but that doesn't discredit who we are and our role and our place in them either. I personally believe that it's up to us to continue to motivate ourselves and other people to know who we are in this way. I really enjoyed sharing this with you all. I hope you did too. Thanks for being with me on this journey.